Imagine an island full of face masks. Sounds terrifying, doesn't it? Sadly, this is the case of the island of Soko. Hello everybody, we are Letizia, Cosio, Valeria, Cruz, and Sharon Aiquipa. I'm here to tell you the other side of the story. The island of Soko is the perfect example of how drastic the sea pollution has become. With the current situation, the seas and shorelines of this place have been strewn with face masks and trash. A few nautical miles from Hong Kong, Gary Strokes from the Conversation Oceans Asia found some 100 masks washed up over the course of 3 visits to the beach. Unfortunately, a recently published study showed that when plastic is left in the water long enough, an algae and a bacteria grow on it. It actually smells like Fuji turtles, leading them to get stuck in the mask.
During the pandemic, the statistics representing sea pollution show that within the past year, face masks have occupied a big part of the ocean globally speaking, with recent studies estimating that as many as 1.6 billion could have entered the oceans last year. Each one weighs only a few grams, but collectively they amount to between 4,700 and 6,200 tons. The problem doesn't end at this. Animals have been affected as well. 100 million marine animals die each year from plastic waste alone, and 100,000 marine animals die from getting entangled in plastic yearly. Our marine pollution and debris are hazardous for creatures in the gyres. For example, albatrosses and other birds mistake plastic for fish eggs, and they sadly feed them to their chicks, which in turn perish from organ failure or starvation. A healthy ocean and an unhealthy one looks pretty similar from the surface, and it's very difficult for people to realize that the ocean's capacity to absorb trash is not infinite, and we need to treat it with respect, Phelps Bandarov said.
However, this is not the only problem. The ocean noise is an issue that has appeared since the beginning of the maritime industry, and it refers to sounds made by human activities that can interfere with or obscure the ability of marine animals to hear natural sounds in the ocean. Now, you may be wondering, how does this affect animals? According to Leila Hatch, depending on the proximity, it can cause injury, ranging from severe and permanent to temporary. Additionally, Professor Carlos Duarte, another marine ecologist, says that sound is a fundamental cue for feeding, navigation, communication, and social interaction in the ocean. Unlike most of the other environmental problems during the pandemic, this situation has gotten better. For example, in Glacier Bay, Alaska, the sound levels in 2020 were 50% quieter than they were at the same time the previous year. We can see the same pattern in Pacific Northwest and British Columbia, where ocean noise levels have dropped by about 30% thanks to fewer vessels. Still, this encouraging news doesn't mean that everything is solved. It is the call to wake up and take action.
Another sea problem is the ocean patches. The patch is an area of concentrated marine debris, mostly of plastic, that is always moving and changing with the currents, called gyres. You can think of them as whirlpools that pull objects in. The gyres pull debris into one location, often the gyre center, forming patches. This plastic can circulate in the ocean for years, posing health risks to marine animals in a number of ways, such as engelment and ghost fishing, because gas nets can trap or wrap around animals, thinking packing straps, six-pack rings, handle of plastic bags, and more. Another impact of marine debris can be ingestion. Little animals may mistakenly eat plastic and other debris. We know that this can be harmful for their health. This agent can take up room in their stomach, making the animals feel full and stopping them from eating real food.
Nevertheless, there are still changes we can make in our routine in order to save the ocean alongside the animals that live in it. For instance, avoiding the use of plastic can sound a little cliche, but it is still very helpful. Disposable utensils such as straws, cutlery, tumblers, and plastic bags can be easily erased from our homes. Replace these items with reusable ones. You save money by doing this, and most importantly, you save sea life and keep the state of your ocean healthy. Moreover, an app that can help you start your green journey is Yaku.
With this app, you can join several courses related to the subject of the ocean. You can also get informed with specific data about the ocean and the sea life and how it has been polluted. And with Yaku, you will be able to know the nearest beaches to your home to clean it by recollecting garbage. You can follow their Instagram page as @Yaku_for a change, where you can stay up to date on their activity and find out more about their new app. What are you waiting for?